Repchuk here, and it's absolutely chucking it today. And so, you know, so many people were running around, they were overwhelmed. Noise, of course, coming from the roads. And it made me think of a question I got the other day, or something that one of my clients said to me the other day, and that was, of course, talking about the overwhelm of technology and marketing. And this is a huge thing. And it got me thinking, you know, I love technology, obviously, right? I've been in this industry for 40 years. I started a software company in 1985 at the age of 19. And so it's always a funny thing. And then, of course, anyone who read my post last week, I got inundated with technology issues. And so I'm going to step back towards the beginning of this question, and then I'm going to address how I got overwhelmed with the technology issues after that. So let's go back to the beginning of your technology journey. And often what I'm finding, especially with the clients that I'm onboarding right now, you're coming in, you're successful, you've got a whole pile of pieces implemented. You've got your contact management, you've got your autoresponders, you've got your website, your landing pages, you're working perhaps on a lead magnet, but something's not quite working. And two things are occurring. One, you're getting overwhelmed. Two, you're constantly putting your attention on emails and content that isn't making the cash register ring. And then the third thing is you're doing all of this and none of it's making the cash register ring, which of course is one of the primary elements of why you're in business, right? Does the action and activity you're working on make the cash register ring? So let's go back to my beginnings, right? 1985, there is no internet, there is no social media, so how did we make the cash register ring? And that's what I have my clients kind of doing today. And that is, we reached out, right, individually. We would get on the phone. We would go through the yellow pages, which is the only thing that we had to work with. I actually went door to door with flyers to industry. You know how you have those areas, right, industrial areas? Now we just go in and start handing out flyers. And so that's where I began. And all the actions that I was doing was to accomplish getting a client. And that's an interesting thing, because when we had a computer, that was the very first early years that desktop computers came out. And so those were our tools that we worked with. So then fast forward, right, to 1992. We got into internet before it was even called that. And then a little forward more, and we're into the world of social media. So all of a sudden we have these two amazing elements that we can start to leverage. Fast forward a little more, and along comes, autoresponders, right? The technology to communicate. And it's a genius technology. It is one of my favorite elements, is to be able to have somebody come in, I'll call it the pipeline, right? Have somebody come in, and I'm able to greet them as if it's personal. I'm able to remind them about the gift that they were seeking, remind them about the content of that, invite them to do a call with me, invite them to connect more deeply, invite them to my social media, invite them to webinars, invite them to events, right? So all of that is great in its core space. And then, of course, you have that next step where you invite to discovery calls, and you move to that next level, which is the goal for most of us who are doing high-ticket offers and who are doing coaching, right? We're not talking kind of a low-end digital kind of element or asset. That is that's another conversation of which I can do. I'm talking about a coaching program here that you're trying to get out the door, right? So we're moving through this, and we've got this, and then along comes social media. So now we start to do Facebook posts, Instagram posts. Maybe we should be doing videos. We do videos. We're told to do content. We're stripping it apart. We're creating shorts. We're doing, Instagram reels and carousels, and all of this content creation, which is lovely, if it's making the cash register ring. Because then you're told, don't do social media or don't leverage social media to make money. This is about content. This is about nurture cycles. This is about communication and giving out educational pieces that help them understand what it is that you do, right? Well, as somebody who's been doing this now for 10 years, I can tell you that you pretty well can get lost in that game and spend a bucket of time and money creating content that nobody reads, nobody engages with, nobody takes a look at, right? And so where is the happy medium? And because all of those pieces combined not only split your time in such a way that that's where you're focused. So what are you honestly not doing but have the illusion of doing, and that is seeking out a prospect to be a client. It gives you the whole illusion that that is happening, which is why at the end of the month, you probably get there and you're like, what the heck? I worked my butt off and I didn't get new clients in the door. And that's why I have my prospects. I'm totally getting wet here. That's why I have my prospects going backwards to say, let's go back to the beginning. And so where's the beginning in the world we're in now? Because it's no longer pick up the phone, right? Like cold and blindly. That's called cold calling, and it's no longer allowed. So what we have to do now is we have to do a intentional reach out in social media. That means knowing who your target market is, and then going into groups or creating your own group, and then as somebody engages or as somebody asks a question or as somebody is connected to something that you know about, that's your area of expertise, and then you start to answer or you start to reach out and say, hey, happy to help you with that. Let's jump on a call, right? And then in that call, you're helping them. And then you're welcome to end the conversation with, if you want to take this the next step, we could take a look at what it would look like for us to work together, right? So that's really where we are now. And so it's about coming back to a simple place. Honestly, the way I'm teaching my clients right now, we don't need a website. We don't, quite frankly, need CRM. We don't need all the fancy autoresponders and technology. And all we really need is our core area of expertise and an irresistible offer, and then you find people to talk to. And so all of my clients are saying two things right now. Oh my God, thank you, right? Because they were completely overwhelmed with marketing and technology. That's wrong. The other thing they're saying now is the selling and sales cycle is so simple, it's not like selling anymore. And it's true. I have reversed this now to be an apply, qualify, and award situation. So when you're talking to somebody, you're actually determining, are they qualified to be a client with you? This is no longer, I want the client, right? They got the money. No. This is about, do you want to work with that person? Do you want to help them get their message or whatever it is that you do? And do you want to help them accomplish their transformation, because that's what they're seeking, right? So that's what you're determining now. And then you invite them. You say, hey, I can get you to that place that you're looking for. Would you like to find out more about how that looks, right? And so at that point, then they've been qualified. Now you have the conversation. So at that moment, they'll say either, yeah, I'd love to know more about that, or no, what you just gave me is good. I'm going to start with that. And that's terrific. That's good. Either way, right? Do not get connected to the outcome, all right? Just be there, be doing what you're doing, and if they say, yeah, I would like to find out more, that's where you then take it to what I call part 2 of a conversation, and now you're saying, okay, here's what it looks like, here's what my program looks like, here's what they're going to be getting, and then the bottom line is, here's what the price is, right? And so after that, it becomes the what I call the further qualification, because the question I then ask at that moment is, why would you make a good client for me? be working with you. And then once you get over that mark, then you say, okay, this is good. I would like you to be a part of my program. That's the award part. Apply, qualify, award. Now I'm awarding you a place in my program. Okay? And that's the whole cycle. And so it becomes super simple. No one ever feels sold anymore. You're not trying to hit 10,000 people and move it down to 1,000 and move them into your opt-in and hope that of those 100, 10 move to the next step, and then you have a way to move those 10 up, and yay, there's that one person, and you're moving and you're pushing through a funnel system. That's gone, right? And so I would love to tell you more about how this all works and what it looks like. So if you're interested, just go to legacylifecall.com and book a call with me. It's 20 minutes. It is not a sales cycle. You're not even close to that yet because I'm all about apply, qualify, and award. So let's see first if you're even a candidate for something like this. But most importantly, if you are overwhelmed with marketing technology, this is the solution for you. And I look forward to talking to you more about it in a conversation one-on-one, or continue to watch some of the postings and videos that I'm putting out to you. So here we are today from absolutely chucking it, Nova Scotia. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later.